Hello and welcome to Rule of Three's video review for Fable Anniversary, exclusively for the Xbox 360 from Lionhead Studios. Fable Anniversary is a return to the original Fable made back in 2004. That's right, this is your typical run-of-the-mill HD remake of the extended version of the first Fable, The Lost Chapters. However, it's also a return to what made Fable popular in the first place, and not the life sim that it turned into with 3. As I was playing this, I had two goals I wanted to accomplish before I got to the review, and kind of a third kind of fun one that I just wanted to do. The first was to see how the original game has held up over time. The second is to see how the HD remake feels compared to the original. And the third is to remake my Emperor Palpatine character and just force, push, and lightning everything to death.
Flames lit the night as the villagers screamed and begged for mercy, and soon their bodies filled the streets.
The story follows a young hero who as a child has his home raided by bandits and his family and friends killed by the said bandits and is basically orphaned. He is saved by a member of the Heroes Guild and is raised by them. What follows is your typical, find out what really happened, avenge family kind of story. And you go around the world saving and doing quests and being a good guy or a bad guy, depending on how you want to play the game. The Lost Chapter also adds a little bit more story, taking place after the end of the game, after you kill Jack, and depending on the choices, and just adds a little bit more story. On the whole, the story is still really good. I still really enjoy it, but it's really, really short, and that's always been my beef with the original Fable. I like the main campaign, but you can pretty much get through the main campaign within 7-8 hours if you just, if you want to do all the side quests as well. Lost Chapter extends it, but it still feels just short, and I wish it was longer. But that's also kind of a good thing because I got invested into the story to begin with. The HD remake does nothing to extend the story, so I can't really go into, I can't really rate the story based off the remake. But it's still, the original story, and I still do enjoy it.
Don't even exist. I just like making heroes like you look stupid.
Fable is a real-time action RPG. You pick up quests, kill monsters, gain XP, level up. Pretty basic. Quests are pretty simple. You go to the guild, you pick a quest. Some are locked based on your renown or how well you're known around the realm. Renown is earned by completing quests and showing off your trophies to the locals. And that's how you unlock more quests. Now, as you do quests, you gain experience points. There are 4 different kinds of experience you get from killing things. There's general experience, which is general, physical, ranged, and magic. You combine the general experience points with one of the other 3 to get skills and level up. Physical XP is earned by using your sword. The gameplay is pretty basic. Just swing your sword until things are dead. There's not really any combos. You just keep swinging. If they do block, you can do a heavy attack if you've had your chain up enough to break their guard. Physical experience points also dictates your how much health you can get, as well as how much damage reduction you can get just without armor. Range experience is based off of your bow. The bow's okay, but it's my least favorite of the 3 for a few reasons. First, I don't like having the control of the bow is kind of iffy. It's heavily dependent on the targeting system, and I'll get into my beef with the targeting system, as well as I feel magic's a better range choice, and I also talked about that. Range experience is also used to increase your attack speed and your stealth. Last is magical experience points. Now, there are lots of different kinds of spells you can get, but in the end, you pretty much just gain, 1 or 2, just rank them up, and max out your mana pool, and blow things up with AoE spells, because magic is still broken. You just get a good max level AoE spell or fast chaining attack, and you can pretty much just kill everything without even really having to try. It's really overpowered, and I wish it wasn't as powerful as it is. If it was a little bit more balanced between, if all 3 is where I would like them, which is perfectly balanced, it would make the gameplay choices a little bit more varied, but I end up usually going magic because I can just reduce everything to rubble in about 5 seconds. Now, personally, I like lightning and force push, but that's just because I like to play my Emperor Palpatine character, and it's fun. The basic combat is pretty easy to get the hang of, and like I said, my only beef is with Magic's OP-ness and the stupid targeting system that I don't like the control scheme for, as well as I don't like how it chooses enemies, and I have a beef with it, and it doesn't work well. Fable is most known for its good and evil karma system. Basically, you have two alignments, good and bad. You do quests and do things to locals and help people, or do bad things to people, and you gain good and bad karma points. Or I forget what they're called. I think they're called karma points. If you know it, they're actually called that in the comments, in fact. On the whole, it doesn't really do anything. It does limit what spells are more powerful, as well as what kind of weapons you can use. If you're good, you tend to be, a lot prettier and have a halo and, be awesome looking. Whereas you're evil, you're a lot more feared because your faces and bodies all corrupted, and you're a lot, I guess, uglier in terms. And you have devil horns. And it's kind of cool. Although I wish you could turn those off because, well, not maybe turn them off, but customize that a little bit, because in the end, everybody looks the same, which is a shame because they also have an appearance kind of system with haircuts and, clothing, but in the end, everybody pretty much look the same no matter what way you go. It also has a very complicated economic system and bartering system that you can make you rich if you can figure it out, but it's pretty complicated and takes a long time to actually make money. But if you don't figure it out, you can make a lot. For the HD remake part, the graphics look really good. It's up to par with where Fable 2 and 3 are. So for the HD remake, they accomplished what they wanted to do, and it does look a lot better than the original. And it is able to keep the feel of the original kind of look while making it look better.
Now, take your guild seals and venture forth as heroes.
Fable Anniversary is a great remake of an RPG classic. Its simple mechanics and easy to pick up play design make it a great game for anybody, even if you're not really into the RPG scene. It has held up well over time, although I wish they would fix the stupid targeting and archery systems in this game, as well as maybe make magic a little less OP. Animations can also be a bit clunky, and load times are long and often because each map is fairly small and you're going to be doing a lot of traveling, so get used to seeing the map. Although they did change it to where, depending on where you've been, depends on what pictures appear on the map. It's kind of cool. However, Fable Anniversary is still fun and has tons of replayability and customization thanks to the differences between magic, archery, and physical, as well as being good, evil, the variety of different quests you can get and do as evil or good. And it has a lot of replayability because of this. Fable Anniversary gets a buy rating. In other words, I think it's worth the full price for this game, especially for a Fable fan. But even if you're not, this is I think one of the classic RPGs that is fun. Like I said, short but fun. So that's it for Fable Anniversary. Next week will be Final Fantasy 13-3 Lightning Returns. So get ready for that one. Thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments below. I try to read them all if I get any and post back as quickly as I can with any information you want, or just your feelings on the game if you have any, if you played it, if you think I'm wrong or right. All those are good. Make sure to like and check out the website Rule of 3 for postings that I'm going to be trying to make more of. And that's it. I'm going to go back to playing Emperor Palpatine on Fable. So thanks for listening, everybody. And always remember to trust in the Rule of 3.